that is... What was that? What was that? I don't even know what that was. Oh, great, it's drywall dust. I got drywall dust in my mouth. Ugh, that's gross. Anyways, this is it. The twisted sanctum of that broken doctor. Show yourself, Dr. Wosells. I know you're here. And trust me, as a fellow scientist, I don't want to destroy your lab. But if I have to, so be it. But aside from that, where are you? So there you are. The demented doctor finally shows herself.
You know, you're quite pathetic for helping those humans from their demise, you pathetic rodent.
For the last time, we know there's a difference. I'd expect a woman of science like yourself to understand that I am nowhere close to a rodent. I'm a hedgehog, damn it. We belong to the order Eulipotifla, which includes other insect-eating animals like moles and shrews. How can you get that confused? It doesn't matter. Regardless of how you can somehow perceive me as that, I have arrived to halt your plans and reverse them. But you know, despite all of this, there's one thing I haven't gotten an answer to. One question that's been lurking in the back of my mind ever since I arrived on this earth. And that is the question of why. Why sink to this low a depth? Why go through so much depravity? Why turn your back on the earth that birthed you? What could you have to gain?
Why? Why am I doing this? You clearly don't understand. Do you? The humans. They are nothing but disgusting fools and a mistake in this world. So many wars. So much pain and suffering that they inflict onto others. It sickens me. And it's my duty to make this world a better place.
So that's your game. You intend to destroy the earth and use whatever's left to fuel your twisted plans. I'm gonna let you know this right now, Doctor. You're not the first person to try that. Trust me, there have been a lot, and I mean a lot of mad scientists in history that have tried the exact same method you have. And every single one of them failed!
Oh please, give me a good example of that.
You want an example? Fine then. How about the infamous Dr. Victor Frankenstein? A man who, after creating his monster, had only one objective: unleashing a quote-unquote new race of devils upon the earth. You think that this is something that he would do? No, because even his intelligence has limits. And it only gets weirder from there, like Dr. Strangelove, a man who actively created the Doomsday Machine, a device that, upon being attacked, unleashes a global nuclear apocalypse. And trust me, it only gets worse, like Lex Luthor, a man who, despite being a billionaire industrialist, constantly goes toe-to-toe with Superman, one of DC's greatest heroes. And the list goes on and on from there. Albedo from Ben 10, Dr. Wily from Mega Man, Albert Wesker from Resident Evil, and the one that I cannot stand the most, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. There's one thing every single one of these mad scientists have in common. They all let their lust for power consume them, and as a result, they face one of two fates. Either an untimely passing at the hands of the heroes, or a repeated, infinite loop of defeat. Not to mention that if you erase the Earth, you'll be destroying a lot of important history. As I was flying through, I managed to check the timeline of this Earth. It's very similar to the original. So you'd be erasing important parts of history.
You know, this is quite interesting. But in my personal opinion, whoever you speak of is irrelevant. Except for the first two you brought up. So I recommend giving me a better reason why humanity should be spared.
Oh, you want one? Alright then. How about somebody like Rosa Parks, an infamous civil rights activist, a woman who single-handedly caused an entire city to boycott certain methods of transportation, those mainly being buses, all because she was picked on because of her race. Or maybe somebody like Nelson Mandela, a man who stood against the apartheid in South Africa, who spent 27 years in prison before becoming the country's first black head of state in '94. And if we really want to cut deep, then let's talk about the science side of things, like Dorothy Hodgkin, the British biochemist who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry back in '64 for her groundbreaking work in developing protein crystallography. Or somebody like Albert Einstein, a man whose theoretical physician skills developed the theory of relativity, which is one of the two pillars of modern physics. Or maybe somebody like Edward Jenner, the man responsible for the creation of the smallpox vaccine that would have killed the Earth at least 170 years ago, by my estimation. Or maybe somebody like Blaise Pascal, the 17th century mathematician and physicist, who was French I might add, invented an early form of the calculator when he was only 19. And don't even get me started on the arts and culture side of things. Mozart, Shelley, Rowling, Shakespeare. There are so many authors to list we don't have the time. But if you really want a deep cut, then there's no one I can think of greater than Neil Armstrong, the first human to walk across the surface of the moon. So let me ask you this, Doctor. If these humans are not enough to convince you, then what will? Your choice. One of these days, I thought I'd get a chance to spare a villain, but I guess I'm left with no choice. Very well then, Doctor. If you choose this fate, then know that I will show you no mercy. No flashy forms, no stupid tricks. I'll only need raw, cybernetic strength. Have at thee! This is the end, Doctor. Remember this. You could have stopped this fate had you chosen to listen to me. But instead, you chose death. Farewell, Doctor. Burn in the furnace of your own creation. Duh! Believe me when I say, Doctor, that I wish that there was a way that this could have ended differently. But I'm left with no choice. You don't seek redemption. You only seek destruction. So you can burn in your own creation. In the meantime, where's her communication systems? There they are. Doctors, as much as I don't want to admit it, Dr. Wosells has fallen. I wish that there could have been a way to save her, but there wasn't a choice. She wanted destruction, and so I gave it. But she won't be coming back anytime soon. After all, with a third-degree burn she'll try to recover from, it won't be easy. In the meantime, the rest of them, they should be either stunned or probably reversing as we speak. I have to go, because no doubt there's another Earth that needs my help. You still have the formulas, I'd imagine.
Yes, Xero. So far, it's getting good.
Then good luck to you all. Chaos Control!